Elementor is one of the easiest page builder available for WordPress. It is all drag and drop, so you don't need to know how to code to create your website. And you will definitely get all the features that you need to create a stunning website that will work on any kind of device. They offer a free and a premium version. With the free version, you will get everything you need to create your first website. However, the Pro version is very affordable. It starts at $49 for one license for one website, and then you just have to pay a little bit more if you need more license if you have several websites that you want to develop. I personally recommend to get started straight away with the Pro version because it will save you a lot of time and you will end up with a much better result. Before using Elementor, I was using another very popular page builder called Divi, and it's been now a year that I use only Elementor to build all my new websites. I mean, my new client websites. In my opinion, to be very honest, I think Divi and Elementor are the two best page builder available for WordPress. However, since I use only Elementor, I can't even think of one thing that I would miss from Divi. But there is plenty of things that I really prefer on Elementor compared to Divi. So just let me go through this and try to explain what, in my opinion, make Elementor a better choice than Divi. The user interface of Elementor when you build the pages are stunning and really intuitive. In my opinion, really better than Divi. The second thing is with Elementor, all the elements and the templates available are more modern and better quality than Divi. It's just that Divi made it, I think, a few years before Elementor and really didn't improve it over the past couple of years. And yes, I mean, Elementor definitely make some out-of-the-box elements for you that are much better than what you can find with Divi. Another thing that I like about Elementor compared to Divi is when you want to build your menu or your footer. With Divi, it was really buggy and not so great. With Elementor, it's like a breeze. It's so easy and I don't know, it just, everything is going so well. Again, that's something that you couldn't really do with Divi at the start. And I think they just implemented this feature later. And Elementor, from day one, they had the page builder, but they also had what we call the theme builder. And the theme builder is just the fact that you can build elements around the page, which would be the header, the footer, the pop-ups, and plenty of other things like that. And we're going to talk about that a bit later. The last thing that I really like about Elementor is that they have an integrated pop-up builder. And this is just a lifesaver. I personally love to build pop-up when I build a website and I optimize it for lead generation. So don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about building some super annoying pop-up that you just want to close even before checking it, because this pop-up appear everywhere on the website. That's definitely not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of pop-up that would be triggered by the user when they click on a button and they are actually looking for a certain type of content, or maybe a form to request a quote or something like that. And it's such a better user experience to have a pop-up when you click this button than redirecting to another page and then the user doesn't really know where he is. In the pop-up, it's still on the same page. So if the content is related to this page, but the page is too big to get everything in the page, having a pop-up is just an amazing way to increase the user experience. And yes, with Elementor, you can build this pop-up out of the box. With Divi, we made it, but we had to make a lot of custom code to build our own pop-up plugin because all the plugins that we tried to create the pop-up around Divi was just not working the way we wanted. So with Elementor, no problem. We use only the pop-up builder that is integrated to the page builder. So, and this is maybe one of the things that been making us moving from Divi to Elementor. Okay, so if you're interested to give a go to Elementor, I've got a few tips for you. The first tip is when you go on their website, I would really recommend you to check the Academy, which is here. And here you can click on course, and you've got this free course here. So that's a bit longer than 3 hours if you watch the 3 courses. And honestly, if you're an absolute newbie to WordPress, this is all you need to watch to learn how to make a website using WordPress plus Elementor. And really, it's going to make your start so much easier. And I can tell you that once you will be done with these 3 courses, there is not much online course that you need to take. It's all going to be a bit practice. You will learn how to use Elementor by practicing. And maybe in the future you will want to you want to get better skills to do a specific thing. So at this stage you can take a very specific online course. But really, to get started, I would really recommend you to really carefully follow these 3 classes and then just having a play and start to create your first website. And even if you have some experience with WordPress and you want to get started with Elementor, I would also recommend to watch these courses. You might have to fast forward sometime if it's too basic, but really you will have all the information that you need to get started the right way with Elementor. So my tips number 2 is not really a tip, but that's something that I want to clarify and that might save you a bit of time if this was a bit confusing for you. I'm mentioning in this video that Elementor is a theme. That's actually not really a theme by itself. Elementor is a page builder, and it actually comes as a plugin. So you will actually need a theme to create your website with Elementor. So that's actually not a bad thing, because let's say that you already have a website that is live, made with WordPress, of course, and you want to create some extra pages, but you don't want to redo all the work that you've done with your previous theme. It means that you will be able to keep the work that you've done, and you will be able to upload Elementor and start to build your new pages with it. So that's actually a really good thing. Now, if you just get started with Elementor, you build your first website, what theme should you actually go for? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back here. And if you go on website creation here, you will see Hello Theme. So this is a theme made by and for Elementor. So that's the only theme that you need if you're wondering what theme you should use. With this theme, you can build all the different type of websites. I personally use this theme to develop all my new client website made with Elementor. So what you have to do is just going, I think here, and you just click download theme, and then you will have to upload it to your website. That's all you have to do. So when you create your install on your server, your new WordPress install, you will start by uploading this theme and upload it to your server, to your new WordPress install, and then you will install Elementor as a plugin, and then you're ready to get started. My tip number 3, as already mentioned a bit earlier in this video, I would highly recommend that you don't try to start with a free version. Don't waste your time trying to save $50 just using the free version, because really what you're actually going to waste is time. If you start with the pro version, there is a ton of things that you will have access that will really help you create even your first website. So let me just go on the pricing table now. So once you're here, you can choose your plan. So as you can see, if you just have one website, it's going to be $49 per year. If you've got 3, they have a plan at $99, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, Elementor is not cheap when you want to create several websites with it. But again, I think it is just such a great product that it's definitely worth every single penny. And if you want to get started with it, $49 to create your first website, is actually not more expensive than all the other themes that you can find online. And here are what I think are the main benefits that you will have when you start with the pro version instead of the free version. So as you can see here, you will have access to 300 plus basic and pro templates, but they are actually, most of them, they are pro templates. You just have a few basic templates. So the basic templates, you can access it with the free version, but all the other template is only for the pro users. And the way it's going to work is, I mean, if you want to start from scratch, that's totally fine. But another way that you can see it is just that you pick one of these templates and you just pick your favorite template in the list. And once you've got these templates uploaded to your website, all you will have to do is just modify what you need to modify to match your project, change your photo, change the text, and then you've got an absolutely beautiful website that is going to look professional, pretty much already optimized for mobile and everything. So you're going to build your first website maybe 10 times faster than if you start from scratch, and you might end up with something that look actually even more professional than if you do everything from scratch and you spend more time on it. The next thing is that as you can see here, you've got access to 90 plus basic and pro widget, which is 50 extra widget compared to the pro version compared to the basic version, the free version of Elementor. And with this 50 extra widget, there is a lot of things that will also save you a lot of time. For example, let's take a very simple example. Let's say that you want to build a pricing table like this one on your website. If you start from scratch, with the basic, with the free version, you will have to make all of this yourself. You will have to optimize it. If you start from the pro version, you've got a widget for that. You've got a widget that is just made to build this kind of table. So you just pick the table that you like, you change the information on it, and then it's going to work perfectly for your website. And it's all going to be already optimized for mobile and everything. So instead of spending 3, 4, or 5 hours building your table, you might just spend 20 minutes. So that's a big time saver. So the third thing that you will really miss if you get started with the pro version is what they call the theme builder. So this will include everything from the custom header up to the footer, and it will also include the form builder, which is essential when you create a website. You really want to have some form on your website, and obviously it also includes their really, really good pop-up builder that I was mentioning a bit earlier and that I really love when I use Elementor. And the last thing that I think really worth the $49 that you will spend right at the start when you start to work with Elementor is the premium support. Because technically, when are you really going to need the support? That's when you get started creating your first website, where you're not really used how work Elementor. That's really when you want to have some people to help you. And what is really important to understand is that what is actually included in the premium support. Every single time you've got an issue, you can contact Elementor by email, and you've got some experts that are going to answer your questions. This is free, included in the pro version, and unlimited. So any question, you just ask them instead of spending hours trying to figure out how it works. And finally, my tips number 4. Even if it's very unlikely, what happens if you're not happy with Elementor? Are you going to waste your money that you just spent on your subscription? Actually, not really, because as you can see here, they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee for all the plans. So it means that if you're not happy with the product, all you have to do is to request a refund and you will have your money back. I hope this video was helpful. I know that there is plenty of other page builder available for WordPress and they are pretty much all good. I'm not saying that you can't go for another solution. I'm just sharing my opinion that after a year using this one, I really, really enjoy Elementor, and there is pretty much nothing else that I would recommend for a new WordPress user or even someone with a lot of experience. So really, you can't go wrong with this one. In the description of this video, I'm going to share with you the link of the company website of Elementor. That's where you can buy your subscription. That's also where you can find the free Elementor theme called Hello. That's where you can watch all the online course made by Elementor, and that's really going to make your life much easier when you get started with Elementor. And there is a ton of other information that you can also find on this website. So I really recommend you to have a quick look and spend at least an hour just checking out everything they have on their website. This YouTube channel is not just about website design. So if you would like to have more tips about digital marketing strategy and everything related to lead generation from the internet, I highly recommend you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, don't forget to turn on your notification so you will be notified every single time I post a new video.